Hey YouTubers, Glenda here. I just wanted to make a couple of videos today to tell you guys about some spirits that the Lord has identified for me. For those of you who work in spiritual warfare or may know someone who is afflicted with these. Not long ago, I was praying and I was asking the Lord, it seems like everywhere we look we see something sexual. You know, women not wearing very many clothes, and you know, this hypersexuality in our culture that is so anti-Christian and anti-Christ-like. And you know, I think Joyce Meyer said it really well one day when she was doing a teaching, and she said, you know, we can be lovely without being. We don't have to be sexy. God wants us to look lovely, but not be, you know, bearing flesh and, you know, that sort of thing. And I thought that she put that really well when she said that. And so not long ago I was kind of noticing all that in the culture, and I started praying. I said, Lord, what is the deal with this? Why is it, you know, have we just gone to pot? You know, the wickedness is so great. What causes this? What is the deal with all this sexuality? Every place we look, you turn on television, you can't watch a primetime television show without, you know, sex and homosexuality and all kinds of, you know, perverseness. And the Lord answered me, and He said there's a spirit of seduction. And immediately in my spirit, He showed me, you know, these images in magazines. I don't want to say high fashion because it's not high fashion. It's just general women's magazines in particular, but I'm sure men's publications as well. Where there's this, you know, sexiness is just touted, and He showed me in my spirit that there's a spirit of seduction that is attached to those images. That when He showed me a vision of like teenage girls and young women looking at these pictures and thinking, oh, look how good she looks, you know, and like in a, you know, sexy top fashion magazine like Cosmopolitan or something like that. Look how good she looks, I want to look like that. And He showed me that spirit basically accesses them through the image and causes them to act out that behavior, causes them to try to look, you know, real seductive like that and bear a lot of flesh and basically tout sex walking up and down the street. And so, you know, I thought about that and I thought, wow, you know, seduction is a spirit. You think of spirits of fornication or adultery or, you know, whatever. You don't really think of seduction as being a spirit, or I never had. And I really thought about that, and everywhere I look, I see that spirit of seduction at work. And, you know, back in, I can't remember when it was, maybe 2005 or 2006, whenever Britney Spears kissed Madonna on television, I was sitting there watching that, and I said, Lord, what is going on? And the Lord spoke to me at that time, and He said that Satan had unleashed a major spirit of homosexuality at that time, and that we were going to see it become very prevalent in the world. I think that the spirit of seduction is similar to that. I think it is a major attack on the people of God and on anyone who's trying to live godly, in that, you know, it's just blasted at us from every angle. And, you know, you got to know what something is before you can fight it. And those of us who work in spiritual warfare, we need to be aware of who the spirits are and what behaviors they cause in order to know that they're there and cast them out. Use discernment, yes. And obviously discernment is what we operate out of, but it helps a lot to know the names of the various spirits and what they do and what type of behavior they cause, so you can identify them quickly and get the person free. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. You don't have to look hard to find this one, that's for sure. It's pretty much everywhere. And it being a major attack of the enemy, you know, it's kind of like the homosexual spirit. You're not going to see a large degree of freedom, but if people who really want to get free can get free, you can get them delivered. You're not going to probably like deliver your whole town or anything, but it's what I'm saying. But you can get individuals free of this. And one of the things that I've seen that this spirit does is if you take a person who has, let's say, given their life to Jesus. Okay, let's say that they came to the Lord, but they've been out in the world for quite a while, and they were an adult when they came to the world. Okay, if this spirit of seduction is on them, as they begin to try to walk in the ways of the Lord, they may find themselves in a situation, and I know a story where this happened, that's why I'm relating it. There was this woman, and she did come into a walk with the Lord, and was trying to walk with the Lord, and it was very early on in her walk, I think. And she found herself in a situation with someone of the opposite sex, and that spirit began to work through her and try to seduce that other person, and she didn't even want it to. So that's a behavior that you'll see if that spirit is present. But the other behavior you'll see is you'll see them trying to act really sexy, try to look really sexy, bear a lot of flesh. They're constantly trying to seduce, because if a demon always exhibits, it always acts out its nature through the person to whom it is attached. So be on the lookout for that one, for people who want to get free, because what it will cause is, if people are saved and that spirit is still attached to them, it will cause a lot of sexual immorality and a lot of sexual sin to still be present. And that's what that woman related to me, is that she had been fighting that for a long time and didn't realize that's what it was. You can get them free. You can get them free if they want to be free. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys, and I'm going to make another video about another spirit that's been identified to me. So you guys have a great week.